What's good, YouTube? FAIRDALE Kings coming at you again with another EA Sports College Football 25 video. Today, we've got a special afternoon presentation. We're going to have Oklahoma State taking on number 15 Oregon in a head-to-head matchup. This game will be the season opener for the Cowboys. And the Oregon Ducks are hoping to rebound after a heartbreaking loss in a season opener to Ole Miss, in which Oregon fell 24-21 to the Rebels. Kickoff is slated for 4 p.m., so we'll let you guys get settled in. We're going to go into some pregame. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Make sure that you hit like and subscribe. Comment down below. Should be a good matchup, though. This is going to be a good game. This will be our first time actually physically watching Oklahoma State play. We have no footage of them. This is going to be our first opportunity to watch a breakdown of the Cowboys. Hoping to turn it around. Last year, they had a disappointing season. This will be their first shot at redemption to show the world, show the rest of the dynasty that they've turned around the program, that they deserve to be on this national platform. Looking at it from last year, I'm just reviewing. It looks like Oklahoma State last year finished the season 5-8. Their 0-2 record versus rivals, 1-3 versus the top 25. They did secure a bowl win. So they are 1-0 in the bowl games. How they made it to the bowl, I have no idea. But I'm not a part of that selection committee. They do have a bowl win. Oregon Ducks last year finished the season 13-0 in the regular season, but took 2 devastating losses, one in the Big Ten championship game, losing in overtime to the Ohio State University, who ended up being the national champion. Then they turned around in the playoffs and suffered a defeat at the hands of Notre Dame. They had a whole off season to think about those losses, to get ready for this year. And last night in the season opener, they suffered a heartbreaking defeat to number 6 Ole Miss. So right now, Oregon's actually on a 3-game losing streak, hoping to get it turned around. Overall, Coach Big Dickus Francois is 13-3 overall, 2-0 versus his rivals, 1-1 bowl record, 4-3 record overall versus top 25 programs. Like I said, I hinted at, they've now lost to the Ohio State University, they have lost to Notre Dame, and they've lost to Ole Miss. Nothing to be ashamed of with any of those 3 losses. But they're still staring at you in the face. You've got to win the big game. You're looking at it. They did defeat Ohio State in the regular season last year. They do have that on their resume. They are the only team in the dynasty who's beat the Buckeyes. But when it mattered, they fell to Ohio State. And a lot of pundits out there, a lot of critics will tell you they had the game won. And they got a little bit greedy and tried to run up the score, which bit them in the butt as they threw a late pick. And no one thought that Ohio State would have the audacity to drive down the field in less than 45 seconds and tie the game. And they proved their critics wrong and fulfilled their prophecy to win a national championship. But this is a team, this Oregon Duck team, that has got to show that they can step up at the highest level and compete. You can't just keep beating all the Jimmies and Joes, you got to step up when you play those top-ranked teams. And this will be one of the first steps they take on Oklahoma State. I'm sure there's not going to be a whole lot of people too excited if they win. They are projected to win the game. But it goes a long way to trying to rehab their reputation. We don't get very many of these games. This is going to be a great game in the afternoon. I mean, we're looking at, it's not even a 4 o'clock and we've got a kickoff in this Dynasty. If you guys haven't followed the FAIRDALE Kings Dynasty, last night we had some spectacular games. Spectacular games. We had that matchup between number 6 Ole Miss taking on number 8 Oregon. Nail biter come down to the wire, 24-21. And the nightcap, we had Florida State traveling to the Shoe to play the defending national champion Ohio State. Thriller. Absolute thriller. Game goes into double overtime. Ohio State rallies and is able to pull off the improbable comeback victory. Not marred by some controversy. The game, at that point, Florida State was driving, gets sacked back-to-back times, knocks them out of field goal range. They actually go for it on 4th and 18, don't convert, sacked again. Ohio State then proceeds to drive down the field with nothing but intentions of kicking a game-winning field goal. Out of timeouts, they run a sweep to the right. Running back gets hit, tackled, lands on the ground. Ball comes out after the knee hits. Referees determine it's going to be a fumble because there's no timeouts remaining. There's no way they can challenge the play. So the game goes into overtime. Both teams go back and forth. Ohio State makes a late stand, wins the game in double overtime, 29-27. So they survive. Florida State now is 0-2. This is a team that was number 3 preseason. 0-2 to start off. They've lost, nothing to be ashamed of, but they blew a 14-point lead at home versus Alabama. And then last night they blew a lead and lost to Ohio State. They've got to figure out a way to play 4 quarters of football if they're going to make it to the next level. This game, we're going to see if Coach Zach has turned the corner with this Oklahoma State program. When you look at this roster, they lost Ollie Gordon, Mr. All Everything. And they're a 78 overall team, 77 offense, 79 defense. When you look at Oregon, Oregon's 87 overall, 87 offense, 87 defense. It looks like Oklahoma State is actually auditioning to play in the new Pac-2. They want to join all those other states with Washington State, Oregon State, Fresno State, Boise State. They can go out there and be the state penitentiary of Oklahoma. I don't care, but they've got to win football games. They got to do something different. We know that he is concentrated and focused on running the ball. He's got in big games against Texas last year, fell behind by a touchdown or 10 points and decided, you know what, I'm going to air it out now. And it came back and snowballed him. I think we're going to see a team focused on the running game. We'll see if he can attack Oregon's interior and run the ball. Going to be fun. I mean, it's 4 o'clock, so we should be having kickoff. I don't know what we got going on. I'm sure hopefully Zach will jump on here real quick. I know that Joaquin White is ready. This should be a good one. Hopefully we have some games like we had last night and the previous night. We can keep these nail biters going. That's been the theme. That previous night and the opening night of the season, we watched Alabama, who in my mind should be the overwhelming favorite. Coach Kugel has the best team on paper in his dynasty. There is no reason that Alabama should not win it all. When you look at the roster from head to toe, when you look at the fact they have Jalen Milroe coming back, when you look at the fact that they've got 3 receivers with 99 overall speed, but Alabama fell behind in that season opener, 14-0 at halftime, only to rally in the third quarter, have 2 interceptions, go on to kick a field goal to win the game to secure victory 17-14. And then last night, The Crimson Tide, again, had to rally to win the game in overtime. Once again, Alabama was down 14-0 at halftime. They scored 7 in the third quarter, 7 in the fourth quarter. Alabama had 179 yards offense. Utah, 176 yards offense. These teams weren't separated by much. But yet, I don't know if either one of those teams actually completed a pass in the game. I'm looking right now. Alabama was 2 of 5 passing for 11 yards. And when you flip the script and look at Utah, Utah is stealing from the Ohio State playbook and had no passes. Well, I take that back. I stand corrected. They were 0 of 2 passing. No passing yards. 0 of 2 passing. Looks like we've got the competitors actually trying to get on. We've got a search going on. Let me see what I can do here to get you guys in this game. Uh-oh, looks like we got some action. Looks like we got some action going on right now. It's about to go down. Pre-game show is over. Good luck to both participants in this game. It's going to be a good one. I hope you guys can stay with us to the end. We've got the teams going to be coming out. I'm going to be cutting the music in a minute because I don't want to interfere and get copyright. So this is the music. We're going to get hype. Once we hit this other screen, we'll cut it out. We'll be going to the introduction of the game. Good luck to both participants. Stay with us. So here we go. This game's going to be Oklahoma State Cowboys. The Cowpokes right now, this is their season opener. First game of the year. They're on the redemption tour. They're trying to rally back from last year's disappointing season. They did have the leading rusher in the Dynasty last year, though. Ollie Gordon ran for over 1,700 yards. He was phenomenal. But the theme last year with Oklahoma State was the turnovers. They could never overcome that. And it was a recurring theme, was a big problem. I know it's been a focus of their program to try to clean that up. We'll see if they really focus on just the running game this year. Get some things together, tighten some things up. Oregon, this is a team that started last season 13-0. Everyone's favorite. I mean, national media has him number one. It's overwhelming. He's beating everyone that he faces, puts up 1,000 yards. But he lost to the Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, makes it to the playoffs and loses in the quarterfinals to Notre Dame, ends the season disappointing 13-2. Last night opens up the season and loses 24-21 to number 6 Ole Miss. 3 straight losses by this Oregon program. 3 straight losses. We're going to come out right now. We're going to see a heavy set here. It's going to be 12 personnel. Oklahoma State looking to the sideline. They're audible, and I wonder if it's going to come back and bite them. I mean, you got to call plays and come out. They get away with it. They're going to actually throw the ball first play of the game. It's going to be a little bit, looks like a little bit of RPO action maybe. I don't know. They've got a young quarterback. That at first ball was inaccurate. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Still staying in his 12 personnel group. Dropping back to pass. I mean, I'm shocked. I mean, and hey, this is good. I mean, I wasn't expecting this. I thought we were going to play a little bit more close to vest. Maybe he's thinking, I don't have nothing to lose. But Oklahoma State comes out first 2 plays of the game, and they're throwing the ball. They've got looks like a junior quarterback. Now they're in the wishbone. Come out in that bone. 4th and 1. What's he have to lose? I mean, I wouldn't doubt. Oh, he's going to line up and punt. Myself, I might stay in defense, and we'll see what happens if he's dropped back to punt. He's going to punt the ball and say, you know what? I've got defense. I can come out here and I can make a stop. I'm not going to give you a short field. So Oklahoma State stopped on their first drive. Oregon's going to take over. 1st and 10 from their 32-yard line. We're going to see what's going on. There was a little bit of struggle last night. I mean, and this was the big question mark. They got the most highly touted player from the transfer portal in Nico Yamalieva, transferred from Tennessee. And he struggled. Couple inaccurate passes. Now, the one thing they have that's consistent is a running back. They got a senior back who's phenomenal in Jordan James. Phenomenal. Making some adjustments, and sure enough, the home team makes an adjustment and gets penalized. The road team, they go on the road like, you know what? I'm making the calls. I'm looking at the sideline. Nothing. So, again, and I think some of it might have to do with just this offense, that some teams are more likely to get penalties as opposed to others. And sure enough, Oregon receives a penalty. They're backed up now, 1st and 15 from the 27. Comes out throwing the ball. Nothing short of what we would expect from this highly explosive team. This young man right here, this Kyle Casper, had a big game last night against Ole Miss. Converted wide receiver. They moved over to tight end. Makes a nice catch on first and 15. Is going to make it 2nd and long. Oregon drops back to pass. Throws the ball over here again to Casper. Catches the ball out in the flat. Looks like that's going to be probably about a gain of 12. Move the chains. 1st and 10 Ducks. That's going to be the first down of the game for either team. We're going to get the tight bunch to the left. Got some moving around. Got a defensive back coming up to guard the slot receiver. Crossing routes wide open. We see that coming across. We're going to take a shot deep, though. Not patient. Going to be incomplete. If you're watching that, though, you saw that squaring came all across the field wide, bucking naked. I mean, that guy's got him by 5 yards. Instead, throws the ball in deep double coverage. Might not have been the best decision, but no one said that the Oregon coach was patient. He's going to try to take the roof off and undress you every chance he gets. Deep ball over the middle. That's going to be complete to number 14, I believe, is who that is. That's going to be Justice Lowe with the reception. Gain of 20 on the play. Throws the ball over top that backer's head. Might have been a safety there. Completes the ball. 2nd first down of the drive. Oregon again in that bunch set. Gets a square in, hits a guy wide open across the middle. We get a spin move, juking around, shaking. Going to be another 1st down. That's the 3rd first down of this drive. Oregon's now inside the 10-yard line. This is where the field narrows up, though, guys. Everyone knows this. Defenders don't have to guard a whole field, so you've got to be more accurate, more precise with your passing. A lot of people focus more on the running game when they get inside the red zone just because, there's not a whole lot of room to lose defenders. And sure enough, we're going to come out. Oregon's going to run the ball up the middle. Might have missed it with that big juke. That was a huge juke move. Huge juke move. That's a normal juke. He's probably in the end zone, but he danced back inside. Picks up 4 yards, though. It's 2nd and 4. Get a play flip. Making a call. 2nd and goal from the 4. We're going to get a run. That defender he just absolutely blew up that offensive lineman. Pushing back to the backfield. Still, though, it's a 2-yard gain. I mean, you can't be mad about that, but you got to monitor that. 71 just bench pressed the lineman. Threw him on his back, throws him back into the feet of the running back. Had to avoid him. There's all kind of guys accounted for. We're going to get a stretch play to the left. And sure enough, I'm not sure who that was. Was that Roderick Robinson? Was that the transfer running back, I think, that might have scored that? I'll have to check the film later. I think that was Roderick Robinson, though. Big transfer running back from Georgia. Nice acquisition. I know everyone in the country was going after that player. There was a mass exodus. I mean, a lot of scandal going on at the University of Georgia with some drugs going on, with some alcohol, with some prostitutes. I mean, Coach was caught today with white powder in the vehicle. He released a statement, said he loves to eat powdered donuts. It was nothing, no comment. Talked to his lawyer, so we'll see. There's a lot of scandal going on. They got to clean up some things down in Georgia. And on top of that, they're not winning games. Lost in the season opener to Marshall. I mean, Marshall, the Thunder and Herd? Come on now. But anyway, big run here. It's going to be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Now, that's what I'm expecting from this Oklahoma State program. Rodney Field's going to run the ball up the middle, take his 5 yards. They're hoping to get their first down of the game. First series, they went 3 and out. Did gain 9.5 yards. But you know what 9.5 yards gets you? Not a damn thing. They punted the ball. Oregon had to take over. We're back in this wishbone look. I don't know if this is going to be a look, though. We're going to get an option. We're going to get the option. We got a pitch. Going to pick up 3 yards. Nice play. I mean, going to know a huddle. Think they're going to run it again. We'll see. I mean, it gives you some options. They're going to run the ball over the wide side. They're looking to the sideline. Oregon's going to bring everyone down into the box. There's one guy deep. That's going to be a fullback dive. He does juke. Look, hey, first down, pokes. Let's go. Mike Gundy ain't on that sideline no more. That's for sure. You got Coach Zach over there trying some new things out. We're going to go from 3 running backs to now an 11 personnel, single back, tight Y off, looks like. 3 wide receivers, tight end in a slot. Looking at the sideline, they're going to flip it around. They didn't like that first look. Got that white boy in the slot. You better watch him in motion. Might be a jet. Ah, boy, I called it. I've seen this before. I've seen this play before. He said, you know what? I want that white boy over to the short side of the field so he can run over to the wide side. Trick everybody. It didn't trick nobody. In fact, he might just be a one-trick pony. We want to see the white boy catch the ball in space and what he can do. He looked like he was a tall. Well, you know what? He's just a little person. He's just a little special. Uh-oh. You don't want to do that, boy. Don't want to do that, boy. That's what I'm talking about. That was the theme of last year with this Oklahoma State team. They throw the ball around the yard sometimes, and they don't necessarily need to. Think they're surprising you and throws a pick 6. Peyton Woodard makes the interception. Takes it back to the house, makes a house call. Y'all didn't know the doctor was visiting today. That was the doctor. Dr. Phil Good, Hey Good, Will Good. Touchdown, Oregon Ducks. Get a kickoff. Going to be the ball over here to the deep into the right corner of the end zone. Right now you're seeing the stats up there. Oregon is 4 or 5 passing for 64 yards. The one incompletion was that deep shot into double coverage that he almost still mossed on him. Oklahoma State is 1 of 3 passing for 9 yards, but the ball's only hit the ground once because he threw the ball to the other team the other time. Now we're back in gun. Going to actually throw the ball. Oregon defender jumps up, actually drops the pass. Quarterback's telling everyone else to calm down. Dude, it's your fault. You're the one throwing these bad passes, quarterback. Why are you telling everyone else to calm down? That's you, buddy. Get a pistol look. Going to run that dive. Not going to pick up anything. In fact, loses a yard. Uses a yard. Going to bring up 3rd and 11. No movement from this offensive line at all. No movement. They're not moving a body. At the end of the first quarter, the Oregon Ducks 14. The Oklahoma State Penitentiary Cowboys 0. We got an empty set. It's going to be 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. No one's going to be back there standing beside this quarterback. It's going to be the loneliest place in the world. We're going to see if Oregon's actually going to give him a little bit of some heat or if they're going to drop back into coverage. We'll see. They might give him someone come back here and hang out with him. Looks like they didn't bring no pressure, but God dog it, had no pressure and still threw the ball right to the green team. Oregon Ducks take it to the house. Is that Peyton Woodyard with his second pick 6 of the game? House call. The doctor's in. He ain't on the golf course on a Friday. He's on the football field right now in Alton Stadium, and he's making house calls. 21-0. 21-0. The quack Ducks. This ain't no Aflac. This is the Oregon quack Ducks up 21-0. Going to kick the ball over deep to the left side of the field. Going to catch the ball 2 yards deep and says, you know what? I'm down 21-0. I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to bring it out. Takes the ball out to the 13-yard line where they're going to scrimmage from the 13. So far from this Oklahoma State team, we've seen 2 tight end single back. We've seen the bone. We've seen 5 wide receivers. We seen a white boy trying to run a jet motion sweep. What we got next? 2 tight ends again. We're 12 personnel, one running back, 2 tight ends, runs the ball off to the right side and gets smacked right in the mouth. 2-yard loss. 2 by 2. We're in spread right, spread right. Someone say red rover, defender over. Oh, no. That ball was thrown out there late to the flats. Could have actually been another interception. Late break on the ball. We're going to get gun bunch. 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end as they run onto the field. I see 3 receivers. Going to be a back there standing beside the quarterback. If they could, they probably ought to quick kick here on 3rd down. Might flip up the script and put him back deep and confuse the hell out of a coach. I don't know. Oh, there's pressure. There's pressure. And he is taken down. That's Blake Purchase that I want to purchase me a ticket for a sack, and he got one. Oklahoma State going to be punting the ball out deep out of their end zone here. No pressure. They don't want to get a roughing the punter. Oh, he almost got in there and hit the punter, which would have been a cheap shot. They're going to fair catch it and start the drive from the 38-yard line of the Cowpokes. Going to see what we're going to get from this Oregon offense, which is dynamic. We're going to come out. We're in a little bit of close, single back close, 2 tight ends. I love this 17. This dude is a beast. Going to run a little bit of stretch over here, see if he can stop the running game. Not effectively. That's a 9-yard gain. Runs the ball off tackle to the left. That's Jordan James. Not to be compared to Edgerrin James, Roscoe James, Cowboy James. That's Jordan James. 9-yard carry. Not a first down. Get trips over here to the left. We got a lot going on. Oh, he shook him out of his damn boots. We got to move. Did you all see the pivot on the left? I mean, that defender fell down. This guy's running wide open. Nico right now is throwing dots. Absolute throwing darts out here. Another completion. This time it goes to number 13, which is Jurian. I'm not your Dickie. Picks up a first down for the Ducks. They're going to run the ball to the right. It's just a matter of how does he want to score. Hit him. Put him in the spin cycle. Touchdown. Oregon Ducks. Up now 27-0. We're still in the first half, folks. We're still in the first half. That Aflac quack, quack, duck is in the background, and he's doing a little something. I don't know. He's doing a little something, but right now you got 28 points on the board for the green team, 0 up there for the Cowpokes. Hoping to put something on the board now with this drive. They're going to take the ball out of the end zone, not make it past the 15-yard line. This is Mr. Do Everything. This Freeman, free me from this team. He's talking about right now, can I transfer mid-season? Put me on a roster where I can actually go do something, coach. Uh-oh, we're back to the bone. Back to the bone. Running fullback dive, going to run the pit. Oh, no. Thank God he didn't try to pitch that because he got smacked. Roderick Pleasant comes out, and he's going to exchange some pleasantries. He's going to smack him in the mouth. That's going to be a loss of 1 again. Brings up 2nd and 11. Drops back to pass. That's going to be broken up by, what is it? It's a pack? What do you call a group of ducks? Duck. There's a duck over there who knocked the ball loose. Is it school? I don't know. What we got? Help me out, audience. What we got? It's a whole lot of ducks around the ball. Drops back to pass. He's going to run that screen, and he is not having it. Someone rewind the playback. Is this a live stream on YouTube? Is there 13 players on the field right now for Oregon? This sure in the hell feels like it. If you're Oklahoma State's quarterback, there's green guys all over the field. It's not going well for the Cowboys. Punts the ball. Oregon going to take over again. Another short field. 1st and 10 from the 46. See a whole lot. Oh, I don't know if I like that to that side. I'm sitting there looking at this. I want that to the wide side. But anyway, we're going to see what happens here. Yep. Nice play. It's to the wrong side of the field, though. He's going to run this over here to the sideline, and safety's going to be able to guard it. But wide open. Spin move. Gets down to the 5. That's Dicky, little Dicky. First down, Ducks. I don't know what they do spinning it. That looked like watching Coach Kugel play. He's spinning and seeing ghosts out there. There's no one around to spin. He spun the wrong damn way. He spun right out of bounds. Uh-oh! I've seen that play. RPO to the left. Justice Low with a touchdown. Low. Well, I don't need no. I'm getting spam text message. Don't y'all know I'm announcing the game right now? Oregon going to kick the ball off deep. This might be the best field position they had. He's going to get out to maybe the 19, 20-yard line. 1st and 20. He sat on his head. I decided to sit on his head. What are y'all doing, Oregon? Are you sitting on that dude's head? You nasty. All right. 1st and 10. Oklahoma State from the 20. Going to come out here and we're going to run the ball off tackle. Nothing else is working. We're going to try to exploit the running game. Going to actually lose a yard. Rodney Fields has 4 carries for 1 yard. Long run of 5. I'm not going to tamper. I don't know if I want anyone on that team anyway. But there's a lot of players on this team right now at Oklahoma State going, I want to transfer. Oklahoma State drops back to pass. He's got a wide open receiver. We saw that one. He's coming across a nice play, sets that up with so many passes and runs and all the little nuances he's done. We're going to be at the 2-minute timeout. Oregon 35. Oklahoma State 0. But they're moving. Let me check my notes. That's the first down of the game for Oklahoma State. They've got all the momentum right now. Everything is going in their favor. Drop back to pass, hits a short. Look at that move. He hit him with the oop-de-oop. He said, look at this. Let me jump over here. He jump over there. Look at T-Shetron. First down, Cowboys. That's 2 back-to-back first down plays. They're trying to get on the board here before halftime. This team hasn't quit. They got a guy in motion. They're going to flip the script. Now we've got he's actually running straight. Oh my God, he got killed. Oh! Stretcher! Help this dude. Oh my God, he got smacked. Look at this replay. Woo! You're not supposed to fall that fast. Wow. 2nd and 8. They drop back to pass. He's got time. Throws the ball over here. He gets smacked as well. He's telling him, like, dude, go check your quarterback. Go check your quarterback. He's trying to get you killed. If he wanted to catch the ball, he probably could pick it off to the house. Instead, he said, you know what? I'm going to let you know I'm standing here. I'm standing right here. 3rd and 8. Cowboys going to run that option again. There's a pitch. That's a horrible pitch. I mean, he got beat up. Can't advance it because under 2 minutes, the only person that can pick up the ball and advance it is the actual carrier of the ball, which was the quarterback on that play. It eliminates you trying to fumble the ball forward and someone else picking up. So going to be a 4th and 23. Oklahoma State has to punt the ball. I know you're punting the ball. Run the clock all the way down to 30 seconds and make this dude either call a timeout or said, you know what, I only got 30 seconds to score. I mean, he just saved him 25 seconds of play clock by punting the ball with so much time still on it. But you're down 35. He's ready to go anyway. They're ready to get into halftime. Heck, they might be ready to get on the bus and leave. At this point, it's 35-0. Oregon's going to take over. Probably the worst field position of the game for them. They're going to start from the 33-yard line backed up. Boy, I tell you what, this Oregon coach, he watched some film of Ole Miss, and he's caught a little wrinkle in that playbook, and boy, he's utilizing it right now. We're getting that motion concept, and he is breaking this coverage right now. Wide bucking open, going down the sideline. The Ducks are now leading 42-0. I'm going to go ahead and tip my cap because I seen that play playing against Ole Miss myself in the national championship game, and also against, watching the Notre Dame film. Nice play. You've really got to be in the right defense. I gave up a touchdown to it, knew what the hell was coming, and still couldn't stop it. So that's a very, very good play. Oregon's now scored a touchdown on it and has another long game. Oregon's looking at it like, dude, I don't need a bunch of time. It took me 8 seconds to score a touchdown, so he can punt the ball whenever he wants to. I'm good. Throws the ball over here to the flats, checks it down. Running back's going to catch it, picks up 4. That quarterback, boy, he's right now high. I mean, they beating on his ankle. His right ankle right now, high injury risk. I don't even see no one hit him. So, I mean, he's standing back. I guess maybe he threw the ball too forceful. Boy, he's going to take it to the house. We might not have a shutout after all. He's got a house call. You got to tackle that, though. He's pissed right now. That's a touchdown. He said, I got on the board. Hercules. Give me a touchdown, coach. He's climbing up an I-form tight. Look at all these. There's all kind of linemen on the field. I mean, safeties are 5 yards. Dude, what? No, he didn't. Y'all help me. He had timeouts. He had 3. Hey. Y'all got to call the FBI. This dude's shaving points. He just had a touchdown and turned it to nothing and then didn't call a timeout and let the clock run out on the 1 yard line. What? Hey, there's some point shaving going on right now, boys. There's some point shaving. What kind of line did he get? 1 yard line, 3 timeouts, and didn't even give his kids an opportunity to score with 12 seconds on the clock when he got tackled down. Oh, good googly moogly. I mean, I know it's only been 35, but that's a touchdown. Oregon up 42-0, dropping back to pass. Quarterback gets knocked on his butt, but he's able to get rid of the ball. Incomplete pass. Right now, I mean, I don't know what else you can play for other than stats. So I guess he's still dropping back and said, I'm just going to throw the ball around. We're going to throw the ball around the yard. Little corner route over here to, is that Lowe? I don't know. I've lost track. That's Justice Lowe with the first down catch. 1st and 10, Ducks. A lot of audibles going on. A lot of routes being changed, modified. A lot of guys wide open run down. He's going to throw a pick. That dude had user. He put his hands up. He's going to pick it. Incomplete pass. Look at Big 71. That's a big hamburger helper eating mother sucker right there, boy. He just ran right through the center and said, I'm going back. Give me some quarterback. He's free again. This dude is free again. I got to look at this guy because he's eating this line right now. I mean, probably quite literally. This big tackle, though, from Oklahoma State is getting some pressure. He's an 83 overall. Big hamburger helper eating mother sucker, boy. Aiden Kelly. Anyway, James runs the ball off left tackle. He's got 3 carries tonight for 19 yards and a touchdown. You think he'd probably be trying to rack up some more yards in this win, but it looks like Nico, they're trying to get some chemistry with Nico in the actual user game. So they're throwing the ball around and getting familiar with this team. Good googly moogly. He mugged the hell out of that streak. I mean, buddy, that might have been a crime and criminal in 17 states. What he just did, he mugged the tight end running down the hash. I mean, mugged him. He said, you know what? You other 3 guys catch the ball, but you're not going to catch the ball. Took him completely out of the, this is wide open. I mean, it was a matter of which one you want to go to. There was ducks running free everywhere. So that was during Little Dicky, touchdown, Ducks, quack, quack. Going to be 49-0 Oregon with 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Kicks the ball off deep. Wave your hand, boy. Oh, no, he's going to bring it out again. And he gets smacked before he makes it past the 15-yard line. Who is this kid, man? He's got some heart. I'll give it to him. I'll recognize that. Gavin Freeman. He's a senior white boy with an afro. Gotta like it. Got 92 speed, 5 foot nothing, 180 nothing. Going to get a. Uh-oh. Woo! Hey. Rodney Fields with the effort. That might be the third first down of the game for the Cowboys. He just broke 3 tackles. Said, I'm getting me a first down, coach, before I fake a leg injury and go after the rest of the game because we're down 49-0. But he's still giving effort at this point. Oh, is the Oregon safety drunk back there? He just lined up on the left hash, ran to the right hash, backtracked, said, I'm going back over here to the left hash. I don't know if he had to go tell someone something or what, but he was totally out of the play. Didn't get the right signal. Something happened. I formation. We're going to get play action, throw a wide receiver screen, and get obliterated. Got to get something positive. Heck, they had something positive. They should have had a touchdown in the first half and left that 7 on the board. Going to run the probably oh my good googly moogly. 26 comes off the edge and has a sack. Heats him up, comes off the corner. Looked like a linebacker, played like a linebacker. That was Devin Jackson. Said, I'm one of the Jackson 5. Told Oklahoma State's coach, just beat it. Get off the field. Oh, he's going to run it. What are you doing? Woo! Looking at the yards right now. Oregon has over 280 yards passing, 27 yards on the ground, over 300 yards of offense. Basically doing everything they want to do. They're going to run a stretch over to the right. James gets stood up, going to be a 0. This Cowboy defense ain't quitting. I mean, maybe they should quit, pack it up, and leave, but they're still trying to play hard. Don't necessarily have all the tools in tool belt. James going to run right to the middle. I mean, good googly moogly. If that guy runs between the tackle, it is gone. I mean, it's absolutely, there was a hole there. And like most, has to run to the sideline, doesn't realize you go north and south to go to the end zone. You ain't got to go east and west and always the sideline before you cut it up. There was a hole there. Puts his head down, runs up, marches. It's going to be 4th and 1. Yeah, I mean, that dude's got a bruised sternum because that dude from Oregon just put his helmet right into his chest and ran over him and said, get out of my way, young boy. Oh, no. Miss Jackson, don't do it to him. Miss Jackson. Oh, no. Blow the whistle. Oh, he's inverting corners. I mean, there's guys running all over the field. Ain't no one guarding him again. It's going to be a touchdown. I told you to blow the whistle. Someone call timeout. In fact, right now, there are 11 kids on the field, and they're beating the hell out of Oklahoma State. Someone come get your kids off the field, man. They are abusing Oklahoma State. It's going to be 56-0. This is child abuse. It really is. No, I'm just playing. This is just fun. We're just having fun with it. It's been a competitive game. Really and truly, this Oklahoma State is overmatched. Their team, they lost a lot of players to the transfer portal. Kids transferred out. So he's got a rough go at it. Coach Zach has a rough go at it. He's got to turn around this roster, a lot of roster turnover, playing with a lot of young guys. So we wish him the best. I mean, I think he's got a long rebuild in front of him. You see through another interception, but these guys are not quitting. I mean, he's still running his offense, still trying to figure out some things. At this point in time, you're down 56-0. What's it matter? I mean, you can sit there and line up and just run the ball 3 times over and over and over and get out of the game, or you can say, you know what, I'm playing one of the best guys in the Dynasty. I want to see what I can actually do stacked up against that, maybe improve my game, So to beat the best, you got to play the best to beat the best. And right now, he's got a tough go at it. Going to be a streak right down the hash. That's that tight end. I call him White Boy Fresh, converted wide receiver who's now moved over into that tight end role. That's Kyler Casper, not Casper the Ghost, but Kyler Casper. He might have missed this extra point. Oh, he actually sneaks that in. That was, whoo, it was a little bit questionable. Almost ruined his perfect record. But anyway, it's through the uprights. Oregon now takes a 63-0 lead. This is a high school game. They would have started the running clock early in the middle of the second quarter, but it's not a high school game. They haven't agreed to cut the quarter length, so we're going to watch the full duration of this game. You see right now the Nico Yamilieva is 14 of 17 for 339 yards. I don't know. Maybe at one point, I don't know if you really want to put your subs in. I mean, do you try to put in some backups and get them some clock and maybe help with their development in this case? Maybe he just goes through the depth chart and says, you know what, I'm going to put in, my quarterback here, my other quarterback there. That's a nice dart. I mean, that's a dot coming across the middle. Ran it underneath and snuck in some guys behind him. I mean, maybe even, Oklahoma State, they might want to put in a quarterback. I mean, their starter right now has got a high risk of injury. Maybe you would think about testing out the backup quarterback. I mean, you've got a redshirt freshman and Malachi Smith, 72 overall. I don't know. I'm looking right now to see. I mean, he's an impact player as well, so it wouldn't really help him. I'm probably looking at this. That's a pick. I mean, God dog, I saw it before the ball. I mean, that's going to be another pick. 21 is going to take it down the side. Interception. Aaron, give me my flowers. Touchdown, Ducks. But the one thing everyone's got to remember is that, even though you're a redshirted player, those players that are redshirted, you get to play in 4 games. You can sneak them into 4 games without burning your red shirt. So as you go through the season, you're playing some of those cupcakes, get your guys on the field. It helps in their development, helps the players get better. So just a coaching tip as we're sitting there watching this action. Even though you've got a guy redshirted, you can still sneak them into 4 games and have them get some clock to help them develop. Well, I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, it's a 70-0 game. I mean, I'm looking at the rest of the season. It's Oregon has one tough game I know remaining. They got that Big Ten game later on in the season, playing at Penn State. That's going to be a tough one. Let me just go through the schedule real quick. I mean, the clock's winding down here in the third quarter. Checking on these schedules. Yeah, I mean, that's the only user game remaining is the last game of the year for the Ducks. Next week, they've got their rival, Oregon State, who right now is currently undefeated. Big Ten schedule, they've got Iowa, Wisconsin, Northwestern, Minnesota, Indiana, USC, Rutgers, Washington, and number 6 Penn State, which is a user. That's the big game on their schedule circled. And got to go to Happy Valley and play that game in a hostile crowd. I mean, that guy is no pushover. I mean, took me to the wire in the regular season, won in double overtime. And I say that, the Ohio State, which was the national champ, survived last year playing in Happy Valley and had to stop a 2-point conversion. Caleb Downs came down, smacked somebody at the 1-yard line, knocked the ball free. So, Penn State, even though they got waxed in the playoff game, very, very good player. So that's going to be a game we've got circled in the future. Oklahoma State, their path doesn't get any easier. Well, I say that. Next week, they got Tennessee. Tennessee went 2-10 last year and actually lost the season opener to Syracuse. So that's a toilet bowl game. I mean, that's going to determine which one is actually the worst in the dynasty. He loses that game, but he's back on the hot seat. He's firmly on the hot seat. But right now, he's got Tennessee next week, which is a winnable game. The following week, he's going to have winless Florida State, but Florida State took 2 of the heavyweights to the wire. And then as far as other user games, that'll be it. So, Oklahoma State does get a little bit easier after that. They've got Arizona, Central Florida, Kansas, Texas Tech, Cincinnati, Iowa State, Baylor, Kansas State, and Houston remaining on their schedule. 3 of those teams, computer control teams, are ranked. So he's still got number 8 Florida State, number 11 Texas Tech, 13 Cincinnati. So there's some chance there for them to, get some things together. I mean, there's no shame in losing to this Oregon team. And there's guys running free all over. Nico right now, Nico Yamalieva is that Nico? Is that your freshman?
No.
Who is that?
That's my backup junior.
He listened to me. Hey, young one's learning over here. I got a Padawan over here. Okay. He's listening to the commentary. Overheard what he said, you know what? I'm going to put in my backup quarterback. I don't want to risk my starter getting hurt. Actually just put in his backup quarterback. Was that Dante Moore? Dante Moore takes the top off. He throws a touchdown. He's a field general. And I'm going to look real quick because, a lot of people don't know about this development traits. Elite, star, impact, and normal. Stars and elite progress quicker, faster than anyone else. So you want to put up stats with those guys to allow them to progress and their ratings to become better. So Moore, he's a 5-star player, field general archetype, but he's only an impact player. So he's not going to develop as much, but he's a junior. But I know that he's got another kid on the bench, Luke Moga, who's also just an impact, but he's got some other guys that he'll probably play in some computer games, and they'll get their 4 games. I'm sure he's got a strategy in hand where, to make sure he delegates time once they get in some blowouts to play each of these 3 quarterbacks. So, you'll play one guy will play games 1 through 4, the other guy will play games 5 through 8, and the last guy will play games 11 through 12, and then you got bowl games. So you could play everyone on your roster, all your quarterbacks in blowouts and games as such, and get them all time. You just have to, keep up with it, but you can delegate all that and rotate your guys through to make sure that you're progressing throughout the year. That's another defensive touchdown. I've lost track. There's been so many pick sixes. Now we got a fumble recovery for a touchdown with 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Oregon leads 84-0. The only thing we're looking at right now is to see if they can keep this goose egg and maintain a shutout. If you guys are just joining us, Oklahoma State threw a bomb on the last play of the first half, was tackled down at the 1-yard line with 12 seconds remaining and failed to call a timeout and let the clock run out. And at that point in time, the FBI got involved. They're actually right now investigating. I'm sure that they're going to be checking phones and wiretaps, thinking that Oklahoma State might have some money invested in this game, because right now they're saving points. I don't know. I don't think they thought they were going to win, but whatever line they got, they're desperately trying to cover. That's for sure. They took the over. They took the points. God dog it. They're going to run this dive again. Pick up a first down, but it wasn't much. Wasn't by much. They've got 144 yards passing, 8 yards rushing. And I know they've ran, good googly, Oregon has 8 touchdowns offensively. They've ran the ball a bunch, and they only have 8 yards rushing. Oregon has stymied this Oklahoma State running game. People refer to them as the cowpokes, buddy. Right now, they're the slowpokes because they are getting obliterated. That's another pick. This time, Dominic Foster with the interception. We're going to see right now. You guys are watching. Oregon's going on. If he wanted to, he could probably pause the game and just put in his whole second string. There's an option to do that, but he's going through his depth chart and he's moving some guys around. He's got the backup running back, maybe third string running back coming into the game. They're going to get some carries, and backup quarterbackers throwing the ball around. So they still don't want to stop doing their offense. They've got to make sure they develop and progress as well. So just because it's a blowout, you're not just going to wave the white flag. You still got to maintain and get your stats and develop your players. And this kid right here, this Roderick Robinson, was last year one of the top backs at Georgia before they transferred after that disaster. Told y'all about that earlier with the scandal. White powder being found in coach's car today. Claims it's nothing but powdered donuts. And oh my good googly moogly. He is running over people. Right now he is stomping on people's heads. This is Godzilla running the ball. Good googly moogly. He just smacked that guy down and said, "Get off me, little boy." Woo! I do not want to see that guy. Thank God we don't play Oregon this season. We might see him in the Big Ten championship game, hopefully. Roderick Robinson with a touchdown. He is putting on a show. Power back. Good googly moogly. This guy's physical attribute. He's got head first, workhorse, downhill, balance, and armbar. But he's got gold, workhorse, and head first. And he just absolutely stiff-armed a guy to hell. He put him in the ground, beneath the ground. 91-0 with 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And hey, Oklahoma State's still playing. Still playing, still going to throw the ball, still wants to come out and compete, see what he can do. I mean, who cares? You lose by 91, you lose by 98, you lose by 100, you lost the damn game. So he's playing. He's out here still working, running his offense, going to run the quarterback here, scramble out. What? No, that was a user strip. That was a user strip, but Oklahoma State's going to keep the ball. He went in and punched the hell out the ball. I mean, guys, if that was inside the squared circle, that dude be taking a standing 8 right now. I'd be over the 3 and a 4. Do you know who you are? What's your name? They're beating the brakes off of Oklahoma State right now. 2-minute warning. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Someone's got to end this. Someone's got to put it into this. I mean, I'm counting players right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They got 11. I promise you he's not playing with 13. It was 11 guys. There's only 11 guys in green jerseys on that field right now. There's not 13 or 14. It might feel that way. It's only 11. He's got a guy back there hiding on his, like you can't see him. Blending into the field. It's unfair. This big fat boy here with another, that's Terrence Green now. He's got a tackle for a loss, a solo tackle. I mean, there are guys right now, I'm trying to look at the depth chart, and I can't find some of these guys. I mean, you're looking at third and fourth string guys running. This guy's got abilities. He's got grip breaker. Going to drop back to throw the ball. Oh, that's another interception. Which one is this? Oh, that's going to be number 18. I believe that guy's name is Foster. Dominic Foster. With the interception. Foster is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's the 7th corner on the roster. He's a true freshman. Nice interception. Go ahead and play that sucker. He's only got normal archetype development trait. Get rid of him. He's a freshman. He's a warm body. You don't need to redshirt anyone who's a normal. Get them in and out the program. Fill your roster space. Play them. Play anyone that has a normal development trait. You don't need to waste red shirts. All you're doing is slowing down and bogging down your program. So if you have any normal development traits on your roster, get rid of them. Use them, cut them, whatever. Because they don't help you in the long term. Good ball. Going to run the mesh concept. Checks the ball down underneath. That's Tobias Merriweather with that catch. Merriweather is a senior. 6'5", 195. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. We got guys flip. I hate that. I mean, these guys flip. He's going to throw the ball over here. Another wheel route, motion wheel. At least though he ran across the field with him that time. Negated that to not being a touchdown, if that's a good thing. I mean, there's a linebacker come all over. They're man-to-man. There's no one on the left side. He's going to run into his own guy. Spun for no reason. That's James. James is still on the field. James is still on the field. And that's not Rick James. That's the starter still in the game, Jordan James. Now we got Roderick Robinson in the backfield. We'll see if we're going to run a stretch to the right. Think they're going to let the clock run out mercifully. This game ends 91-0. Oregon scores 14 in the first, 28 in the second, 28 in the third, and I don't know, I can't do math, 21 in the fourth. Hangs up 91 points. Jurian Dickey with 6 catches for 223 yards and 3 touchdowns. Nico Yamalieva put on an absolute clinic. After watching the first game of the season, him overthrowing the ball and making some bad reads, bounces back. Oregon answers the call. They had 3 straight losses. They come back and they actually win this game. Yamalieva finishes 14 of 17 for 339 yards passing, 82% completion, 5 touchdown passes. Dante Moore was 3 of 3 passing for $113, 1 TD. Rushing, Jordan James, 8 carries for 28 yards and a touchdown. You're going to see the other back, Robinson, 7 carries for 55 yards and 2 touchdowns for Roderick Robinson. Receiving the ball, Jurian Dickey, 6 catches, 223, 3 touchdowns. Jurian Lowe, 4 catches for 74 yards and a touchdown. I want to say that's Tobias Merriweather with 4 catches for $112 and a touchdown. And my favorite white boy, the Ghost, Kyler Casper the Ghost, 3 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown. Defensively for the Ducks, Richard Volk with 2 tackles and 2 tackles and a sack. Also, Devin Jackson with a tackle and a sack. And then you look at Blake Purchase, 1 tackle, 1 sack. Leading the way with tackles for the Ducks. Total tackles, Kamar Mutudi, 7 tackles, the middle linebacker. Roderick Pleasant with 6 tackles, and Peyton Woodyard had 6. I mean, this is player of the game right here. Peyton Woodyard, 6 tackles, 2 interceptions. Dominic Foster with 2 picks. And then you're going to have also on that team Aaron Give Me My Flowers with 2 picks. And the guy I said was player of the game, safety Peyton Woodyard, true sophomore, with also 2 picks. And Woodyard is a star. He's a 4-star high school recruit. This is his true sophomore year. Just going to get better. Good start to the season for sure for him. 2 picks in this game. So as you see, they had 6 interceptions. They put up 4 defensive touchdowns. I mean, that might be more points than Ohio State scored the whole game, and they just did it defensively. So, yeah, I mean, that's a great response from Oregon, bouncing back off a loss. But that's it for right now. FAIRDALE Kings, and I'm signing out. Make sure you guys come back for more. Comment down below. Like and subscribe to the channel. Keep following the FAIRDALE Kings Dynasty. But FAIRDALE Kings, and I'm out.